All right, you guys, we're gonna roll here. There we go. Now we got it. All
Okay.
right, you guys, let's get this thing started. First of all, let me thank everyone for spending a little bit of their Tuesday evening with us. My name is Steve Schultz, and I've got the pleasure of sharing some really, really good information with you guys here tonight. Um, Once again, guys, if you're not muted, just mute yourself out. All right, Carrie, I don't know if we can keep up here.
Well, they're coming in so fast.
You know what? I'm gonna stall here for a second because they are coming in faster than we can allow them to come in.
And it
This,
moves it down. So just wait a bit. Just wait like
yeah,
1
that's why that's why we say log in early, log in early.
It's going to be fun when we run out of room on a Zoom. Honestly, a Zoom's going to
Well,
call.
I only have 1,000 seats on this thing, and I guarantee you we're gonna run out eventually. So that's gonna be really, really fun. Um, all right, Carrie, what do you think? Should we
I,
go?
I feel like it, Steve. It's slowing a bit. Just go ahead.
It's really fun when you have 40 or 30 people
Hey, it's a good problem to have, Steve.
trying to log in at the same time, which is there's Kenny. That's Kenny right there. Get Kenny. Don't let him sit on the sidelines. Don't let him sit on the sidelines. All right, you guys, we're going. We're gonna make Carrie keep up with everybody that's coming in and muting everybody out. But once again, my name is Steve Schultz, and I have the pleasure of sharing some really, really fun information with you guys here tonight. Guys, I've been in the networking industry now for almost 33 years, and I can tell you this, I am more excited about what I'm doing today than anything that I've done in the past 32 years, because I've been with the Super Pants Company for almost a year now. And when I first got involved in the networking industry, I was a fifth grade teacher. My wife was a first grade teacher. There was always more month at the end of the money, and we said, hey, we've got to go out there and try to supplement our teaching income. So we got involved in the networking business, and we were wrong because it did not supplement our income at all. It completely replaced our income, replaced Colleen's income about a year and a half into it. A year and a half later, I left my profession, my teaching position. So we've been doing this now full time for about 30 of the 33 years that we've been involved. And what I'm going to share with you guys here tonight, it's going to sound a little bit unbelievable. In fact, it's going to sound a little bit crazy. Some of you are going to roll your eyes at me. And the reason I say all of this is because that's what I did. That's exactly how I felt when I heard about this back in April of 2022. But what I've learned to realize is what I'm going to share with you guys here tonight. We've got a chance to change the world. Now, how bold of a prediction is that? Now, I know there are people all over Canada, all over the United States that are watching this right now. And some of you are like, seriously, Steve, you're going to change the world with this little patch? And my answer to that is, yeah, we are. We're going to absolutely change the world. And I know it sounds crazy, but you guys, the Wright brothers were deemed crazy when they told the world that flight was possible. Thomas Edison was deemed crazy when he said that he was going to put electricity in everybody's homes. The internet, people looked at the internet as a fad. There's no way that thing is going to last. That's crazy. Who's going to be able to, buy airline tickets online and do your banking online? Well, this kind of falls into that category. And what I'm going to share with you guys here tonight is a technology. It's not a product, it's a technology. And I love what Steve Jobs said. Steve Jobs said, let's go invent tomorrow instead of worrying about what happened yesterday. Guys, we're always looking forward, okay? There's a reason that your rearview mirror is way smaller than your windshield. And listen, we can learn by looking back just a little bit. We can learn from our mistakes and we can learn from our successes. But what I'm going to share with you guys here tonight is a technology that is going to move the world forward. And I mean fast forward. You see, technology has created more wealth and opportunity for individuals in the past 25 years than any other industry. And why is that? It's because technology makes our lives easier. And the more people that use it, the greater the wealth is created. Now, a lot of times we look at technology and we enjoy it, but we don't understand it. A lot of times we look at it and go, I don't understand it. And when we don't understand things, we kind of brush it off as magic. Like that's kind of a trick. But even if we don't understand it, that doesn't mean that we can't enjoy the benefits of it every single day, right? A perfect example of that is my phone. Your phone, okay? I'm guessing that all of you have one of these within 2 feet of you right now. And I use this phone every single day. And I have no idea how it works, okay? I have no idea how this phone works, but I enjoy the experience of using it every single day. I get in airplanes almost every week. I really don't know what keeps those things in the air, but I enjoy the benefit of flying almost every single week. I get in my car every day. And I'm not exactly sure how that thing works either, but I enjoy the benefits of that car every single day. Just because you don't understand how it works doesn't mean that it's not real. This is real. Airplanes are real. Cars are real. The internet is real. Now, with saying all of that, let me tell you what happened to me back in April of 2022. Guys, my life was on autopilot. You know, I built a huge organization. I built an organization in the networking business of over 200,000 people. I made over $20 million. And I wasn't stupid with my money. And we have 3 granddaughters. We've got 1 grandson on the way. And we were just kind of living our lives. And I got a phone call from a gentleman by the name of Jay Dollywall. Now, I had no idea who Jay was, okay? He called me up and he introduced himself and he said, a friend of yours from Toronto told me to give you a call. I said, who's that friend? He said, your friend Dan from Toronto. I said, yep, I know Dan. Dan's on the Zoom with us here tonight. And I said, well, Jay, what can I do for you? He said, well, Steve, I want to tell you a little bit about my company and I want to know if you'd be interested in helping me build it. I said, awesome. I said, Jay, what do you do? Now, Jay started to explain to me what he invented. And he told me, he said, Steve, I've got this little patch. It's 1 inch by 1 inch. And he said, there's nothing on this patch. There's no drugs, no stimulants, no supplements, no magnets, no electricity, no nothing. It's just this little pattern that has ridges on it. And when it touches your skin, it sends a message to your brain to fix things. And he says, I can fix people. I can fix, problems like balance, stability, range of motion. I can help people with pain. I can help people deal with stress. I can help people focus. I can help people sleep better. I can help people with cognitive decline, ADHD and ADD. I can help people with addiction. I can help people with athletic performance. And you guys, he's going through all of this stuff, and I'm sitting at this desk right here, literally rolling my eyes. I'm like, come on. I said, this guy is wasting my time. Seriously? All I have to do is put this little patch on my arm and my pain's gonna go away or I'm gonna sleep better? I said, come on. So I let Jay speak a little bit more and I finally said to him, I said, Jay, how long have you been doing this? He said, well, research and development for about 12 years, but we've been marketing it now for 6. And I said, okay. I said, how you doing so far? He goes, well, we're off to a good start. He said, I've got, currently I have 6 million customers. Yeah, that's what I said. 6 million customers. When Jay said that he had 6 million customers, I almost fell off my desk. I said, Jay, you've got 6 million customers? I said, what are you calling me for? Obviously, you've got this thing figured out. He said, we're off to a good start, but I want to get this to 1 billion people worldwide. I said, okay. I said, but I don't get it. I said, I don't get it. Now, when Jay told me that he had 6 million customers, I knew it was a me problem, okay? I'm the one rolling my eyes, but 6 million people have already used his technology. Then I knew it was a me problem. I said, Jay, that's amazing, but I don't get it. He said, can you come to Toronto? I said, yes. So I flew to Toronto. I met Jay. I met his corporate staff. And he said to me, he said, Steve, I want to just kind of demonstrate how this technology works. And I'm just going to show you guys kind of what he did to me. He said, I want to give you this little balance test. And I'm like, all right. So he had me stand up. He goes, I want you to put your feet together, make 2 fists, 1 fist on top of the other fist, fist over fist. He said, all I'm going to do is push down on your hands, and I want you to just try to maintain your balance. And I'm like, all right. So I'm right here. I'm like, this guy's not going to move me, right? He pushes me, and I tip over like no effort whatsoever. I'm like, all right. So then he says, all right, put your feet shoulder width apart, put your arms down to your side, lock your elbows. And he goes, I'm just going to lift up on one of your arms. He lifts up on one of my arms, and he knocks me off balance, no problem whatsoever. I said, okay. So then he said, I want you to roll up your sleeve. I roll up my sleeve, and he puts on this little patch called the Liberty Patch. And he showed it to me. He said, Steve, there's nothing on this. No drugs, no stimulants, no magnets, no stem cell anything, right? He goes, there's nothing on this except this little pattern, and it looks like a fingerprint. So he puts it on my skin, my arm. I roll my sleeve back down. He goes, let's redo the balance test. So I put my feet together, fist over fist. He pushes down on my hands, and he can't move me. I mean, this guy, he couldn't budge me. And I looked at him and I said, how'd you do that? I said, how'd you do that? Because I thought it was a trick, right? Right here. I thought it was magic. He goes, put your feet shoulder width apart. Put your arms down to your side. I lock my elbows, and he goes to lift up on my arm, and he can't move me. He can't move me a millimeter. And I looked at him. I said, Jay, how are you doing this? He goes, take the patch off. I took the patch off. We redid the balance test. He tipped me right over. I put the patch back on, and he couldn't move me. I said, Jay, what is this? He said, it's neurotechnology. And I remember kind of laughing to myself thinking, oh, this is great. Now I'm going to go home to my friends and talk about brain technology. Okay? I can't go talk about brain technology. I said, how does it work? And he gave me this long scientific explanation. I said, Jay, I can't explain that to my friends. I said, I can't talk like a neuroscientist. He goes, here's how you explain it. And this is what he did to me. He goes, Steve, I want you to close your eyes and hold out your hand. So I did, just like this. And then he put a pen in my hand. And he said, what's in your hand right now? I said, it's a pen. He goes, how do you know? Your eyes are closed. How do you know? I said, because I know what a pen feels like. He said, exactly. He said, your skin is sending a message to your brain that says this is a pen. He goes, Steve, I could have put anything in your hand and you would have known what it was without looking at it. He said, I've just figured out a way to create a pattern on this little tiny patch that when it touches your skin, the receptors in your skin send a message to your brain to fix things. And he said, the patch that you have on your arm right now fixes balance, stability, and range of motion. He goes, I've got one to help people sleep. I've got one to help people deal with stress. I've got one to help people focus. I've got one to help people burn more calories. I've got one to help people with ADHD and ADD. And I just said, Jay, I'm going to make $1 bajillion with this, right? And I said, Jay, I'm not sure you know what you have in your hands right now. I said, in 33 years, I've never seen anything like this. I said, there's not a company in our space that's doing this. It's like, oh yeah, there's patch companies out there that have supplements and stimulants and they claim this stem cell stuff. It's like, none of that's been proven. I'm like, nobody's doing this. I said, Jay, are you telling me that you have a drug-free solution for pain, for sleep, for ADHD and ADD, and weight loss, and focus and stress? He goes, yeah. I said, okay, I'm in. I said, I'm in. Because he proved the technology to me. He showed me right then and there how the technology works. Put a pen in your hand and close your eyes. You're going to know what it is, right? Now, this is Jay. And I want you to hear in Jay's words in 1 minute how this works.
Hi, everyone. It's Jay with Super Patch. I hope everyone's having a great day. People are always asking me, Jay, how do these super patches work? So today I'm going to give you guys a high-level explanation. So first things first, every physical, emotional, psychological function has a corresponding neurocode in our brains. And these neurocodes, which are just messages, sometimes get stuck or damaged for 1,000,001 reasons, but that leads to poor health, poor wellness, and even poor performance. So after 12.5 years of research at Super Patch, we actually decoded these messages. We decoded the neural code that can help and control the neurofunction of physical, emotional, and psychological function. So every single super patch has a pattern and ridges in it. And when these ridges come in contact with our skin, the patch uses the receptors in and on our skin to send that message to our brain. And the brain decodes it. So every single super patch is generating a very specific signal that's responsible for a physical, emotional, or psychological function. And that's how the super patches work. So all 8 super patches have their unique QR code that's sending a unique message that our brain decodes. And that's why we can help with so many wellness, performance benefits that people are seeing. So till next time, you guys have a great day. Talk to you soon.
A QR code for our brain. Guys, now this is what people want. People want, well, they have wellness needs and they've got performance needs. People want something for pain. They want something for low energy. They want something for brain health, cognitive decline, and on and on and on and on. On the performance side, they want something for exercise performance, sports performance, more power, strength, endurance. And for me, I want recovery. I want a faster recovery. Now, how people are getting that today is in this column, through drugs and over-the-counter products and surgeries and lifestyle changes and diet changes. And guys, we live in a world where it is so accepted that somebody says, take this drug and this drug and this drug and this drug, okay? And then you're gonna have to take this drug to offset the effects of this drug and the side effects of that drug. And you know what people say? Okay, that's just the way it is. It doesn't have to be that way. Guys, we have a drug-free solution that is instant and effective. It's easy to use. It's non-invasive. It's non-reactive. It's child-safe. It's pregnancy-safe. No diet changes. No lifestyle changes. And it's affordable. It doesn't, and listen, that's why I told you at the beginning of this, it sounds nuts. And some of you, and I've got some friends down in Florida right now that are rolling their eyes going, come on, man, you seriously got me on this Zoom? Guys, that's how I felt too. But when you feel the technology, you can't unring that bell, okay? I want you to see the Super Patch technology in action. This young lady, her name is Brandy. She came to a meeting in Alabama. She was invited to a meeting just very similar to the way that you were invited here tonight. She had no idea who the Super Patch company was. She didn't even know why she was there. We did a couple of these demos. We're talking like we're talking right now. And at the end of the meeting, she said, I have a really hard time going up and down stairs. Will this help? Watch how it helped. Here we go. It's 1 minute long.
How many years have you had an issue going up and down the stairs?
Since I was 33, I'm 46, so you can do the math, I can't.
13 years.
Thank you.
Go ahead, John. Please be careful. Okay, I'm gonna put the Liberty patch on her right now. And she's gonna do all of that again.
And by the way, just walking up and down this many times, usually I'm in a lot of pain too, and that's not as bad.
This is her third time doing it. There you go.
It's amazing. Utterly amazing.
Amazing. Utterly amazing. You guys, we've got one for pain. We've got one for helping people sleep. We've got one to help people deal with stress. I'm just going to hold that one there for just a second longer. Right? We've got one for overall health and blood flow. Guys, this is one, the Defend patch, I'm never going to take off my arm. I was in Chicago at a live event, and there was a doctor on stage talking about this. She got a volunteer to come out of the audience. They did a blood test. This is what the blood test looked like, okay? Now, this meant nothing to me. It might mean nothing to you. But if you look at this blood, and this is what the doctor was telling us, that this blood is all congealed. You can tell that the red blood cells, they're not full of oxygen. They're all stacked up on top of each other. Poor circulation. They gave this lady a Defend patch, waited 30 minutes, and redid the blood test, and this was the result. I saw that with my own eyeballs, all right? I actually took that picture that they shined up on the screen. I want my blood to look like this, perfectly round, full of oxygen, all lined up like they just came out of boot camp. I'm never taking this Defend patch off. We've got one for overall movement, okay? This is what Brandy just demonstrated for you. How about cognitive decline, all right? The Flow patch. We've got one for athletic performance. We've got one to help focus, all right, on specific tasks. Taxes are due, you guys. Taxes are coming up. Get your taxes done. Put the Flow patch, or put the Focus patch on. You'll get them done. Ignite, help you burn more calories. I'll let that one sit there for just a second, all right? Burn 25% more calories at rest, okay? And then our newest patch is called Kick It. Take back control like never before. Guys, this is a patch that will help you kick all of your bad habits, all right? So you decide what habits are bad and which are not, okay? But you can decide what bad habits are. So those are the 10 super patches that we have right now. We've got more coming in the very, very near future. But when you look at what we've talked about here today, it's like, why the super patch? Guys, I told you at the beginning that I think we can change the world with this. The super patch is the biggest breakthrough in health and wellness performance in the past 50 years. And we have no competition. We have no competition. Guys, I want you to really think about this. You tell me a better solution than a drug-free solution for pain and stress and weight loss and all the other benefits that we have. There is nothing better. And when you look at everything that we have, 100% drug-free, 1 million people have been using these patches since January 14th, okay? We have outside studies that are done on our product. Jason, listen, I don't want people to take my word for it. I want these clinical studies done on our patches. These peer reviews were written up in medical journals, all right? All the patches are made in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Look at this, FDA registered, okay? 30-day money-back guarantee and a 95% positive user rating. The bottom line is we've got the opportunity to play in a $500 billion a year market. Now, if you want to go out there and share this technology with the people that you care about the most, guys, if we only had the pain patch, you got 1.6 billion people to get to. If we only had the sleep patch, you got 6 billion people that are affected. If you only had the Liberty patch, we got 2 billion people that we need to get to. Guys, we have all of these patches for all of these benefits, which means that we get to play in a $500 billion a year arena. Now, if you want to get involved on the income side of what we do, join us. Join us as an associate. Setup fee is $50. I'm not kidding you. It sounds ridiculous, right? You're going to get everything you need to build a multi-million-dollar business, and you're going to get $75 worth of our product. We're going to give you a pack of the Liberty patches, and that's a 28 pack and a 4-pack of the Freedom patches, which is the pain patch. That's $75 worth of our product when you enroll for $50. All right? And you got an opportunity to buy all this product at an incredibly discounted price. $600 retail value. You get it for $375. You can only get that when you enroll at the $50 rate there. And there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you don't like it for whatever reason, we'll give you all your money back. And then, guys, I'm not going to get into how you get paid here tonight, but obviously you get paid on all the volume that's generated by all of the people in your organization that are using these products month after month after month after month. And get together with the person who invited you here tonight, and they will paint the big picture of what that means. And I guarantee you, when you understand exponential growth at how our compensation plan pays out, you will lose a lot of sleep thinking about the possibilities of it all. Now, those of you who are guests, all right, like I said before, you're not expected to understand how this all works, but I really want you to understand the simplicity of it, okay? The simplicity is this. If you put a pen in your hand and close your eyes, you're going to know it's a pen. That's how the technology works. That's how it works, okay? I don't understand it. All I know is that it does work. Does anybody want to share a story? Let me just see here. I know that Kenny Gilmore, Kenny, who are we going to get on here to tell a story? Kenny, can you unmute yourself for a second? I don't know if Kenny, I think
Yeah,
Kenny,
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I got you, Kenny. Who did we want to have tell their story?
It was Roe, and she had something at her church tonight. She's gonna do it next week.
Got it. No problem. Anybody else want to share something? Patricia, jump in here. I see your hand in the air. Jump in here.
Hi, I was lucky enough to meet with Dan, and he introduced me to all this. I have a history of rheumatoid arthritis. I also work about 19 of 24 hours a day.
Wow.
And I basically typed from 8 o'clock in the morning till midnight every day. So my problem occurred when I got carpal tunnel-like syndrome in my hand. I won't say that's what it was, but I couldn't use my hand. Couldn't pick up a cup. I couldn't do anything. The pain would shoot up my arm. Dan said to me, "You got to try these patches." And I was like, "You're crazy," as everybody would say. And he said, "Well, try it." I said, "Okay." So I went online. I told him all the issues that I had. I bought all the patches I needed. I threw one on, and within 3 days, the pain was entirely gone. I have absolutely no problems working crazy hours I do. My son is ADHD. He's 27 years old, so it's not like he's a little kid. I can't tell him what to do. I slipped him one of the patches for calming, and immediately able to focus immediately that night. He also tried the REM patch, was immediately able to sleep, and woke up the next morning and said, "Mom, this is the first time I felt like I actually slept last night."
Wow.
It was crazy.
Wow.
I don't know how it works, but it does.
I know. Just like our cell phones, right? We don't know how they work, but we use them every single day, right?
True. I mostly don't care how they work as long as they do work.
As long as they do work. Ronnie, jump in here. Terry, you're on deck. Ron,
Wow,
jump in here.
thanks, Steve. Pibby and I had an occasion to work with a Parkinson's group last week, and it's just amazing. There was a support group at the local Y here where we are, and we're able to test a couple of quite a few of the individuals. And yeah, exactly, is amazing. So we did the before and after. We put the patch on, and of course they're falling forward and being moved. But put the patch on one gentleman, and as I'm pulling down from the center, he's lifting me up off the floor. It's amazing. I mean, it was just mind blowing. I didn't know what to do after that. Just my jaw dropped down. But it's just amazing what these patches are doing.
They work. And there's been a couple of times where people have done the demo on me, and I'm wearing the technology. And I'm telling them, I said, "You will literally have to break my arm before you move me." And that's the truth almost, isn't it? It's like, you're not going to move me. You're not going to move me. Terry, jump in here. Terry, guys, has been here from day one. In fact, he's our #1 income earner in the company, which means that he has shared this with tens of thousands of people all over Canada, all over the United States, all over the United Kingdom. And I know he's got tons and tons of testimonials. Terry, jump in here, buddy.
Hey, thanks, Steve. I won't be long, guys. Thanks so much, everybody, for jumping on this call every Tuesday night and sharing this technology. It's so important that we share these stories and we let the world know what we have. I mean, these stories that we're hearing, that we're sharing. Ron, the story that you just shared, everybody on this call, it's absolutely phenomenal. Some of these stories, we're seeing them more and more, and that's why I did it. I had a profound thing happen to me right in the very beginning, and trust me, I was involved in this in 2015 with prototypes, before we even launched the company in June of 2016. And these stories are so important to tell them and get people on these calls, and get on Paul's testimonial call on Thursday nights, and get your teammates on our training calls on Monday nights, and engage and stay engaged. But what I wanted to say, Steve, is that all these stories are exciting, and they're really, really humbling, and they're good for all of us. We used to call them the Kleenex moments, when you see people have such a profound change, and you know that they can't repay you. It's an overwhelming feeling. It's the hashtag joy zone that you get to live in. But it's not sustainable if there isn't a financial reward, people. And there has to be a financial reward. But I urge you to focus on continually sharing this. The growth on my team that I give so much credit to, amazing leaders on my team that have embraced this and stayed in this through thick and thin. And I'm averaging 420 to 500 people a month joining my team right now. And so, kudos to everybody on my team. This isn't anything that I've done. All I've tried to do is set the example that says, stay with it, guys. just stay with it. Keep sharing, keep sharing, keep sharing. There's going to be people that say no. There's going to be people that think you're nuts. You know, many times people thought Paul Austin and I were absolutely out of our minds. So this will be sustainable, and there will be a financial reward for all of us in this if we continue to share. And the stories are great, but a testimonial for financial is important as well. And I've been very, very blessed financially with this company, and I'm not stopping here. I got more people to share with, and the more we share it, the more we're going to be rewarded. So that's my testimony for tonight, Steve.
I absolutely love it, Terry. Thank you for paving the way for all of us that are watching this here tonight. Lori, jump in here real quick. You're going to be the last one tonight. Go.
Okay, I apologize for running behind, but I was actually demoing a gentleman and put some pain patch. I put a pain patch on him, and I put the Victory because I didn't have any Liberty on me at the time. He already said his pain is diminishing. He's looking forward to talking to me tomorrow. I had a woman on Friday night who came back into the kitchen where I was doing a charity dinner and whispered in my ear, Lori, I just got up off the toilet without any assistance by myself. She's already put her order in. This is a person that I would have never in a million years expected or thought to approach about the business. She said, Lori, how do I do what you're doing? So don't underestimate who you're talking to, because you just don't know who wants what. But I've had several success stories this week that I'm finally pushing myself to get out there more and opening up my mouth, whereas I've been too silent. And that was a me problem, like you said, Steve. It's a me problem.
Well, I'll tell you what, you guys. The easiest way to build this business, we're going to talk about the business side of it for just a second, is to get people to fall in love with the technology. And how you get people to fall in love with the technology is you slap a patch on them. Just slap a patch on them. You know, when you slap a patch on them, they feel the technology. You know, the balance that they have, or they sleep better at night, or they feel like they've got more energy. Somebody said to me, they go, why do I have so much more energy? And I laugh. I'm like, we don't have an energy patch. Your body is now in perfect alignment, which means you're running more efficiently, which gives you the feeling that you have more energy. When people fall in love with the technology, they can't help but share it with other people. And when you share it with other people, we'll pay you. Well, we're going to pay you a ridiculous amount of money for something that you would do for free. Guys, think about this. If you truly, truly believed in the technology, how many people would you tell about it? You tell everybody. Whether they believed you or not, you tell everybody. Because you're like, well, this is what happened to me. And nobody needs the presentation that I did tonight. Nobody needs that. The only thing you need is when I stopped talking and these other people start speaking. That's all you need. You need your story, because your friends are going to look at you going, seriously? You're sleeping better? The pain in your back went away? You put there's nothing on this patch, really? How does it work? Close your eyes and hold out your hand. I'm going to put something in your hand. Tell me what it is. That's how it works. Listen, we're often in the right place at the right time. Guys, every single day, we're in the right place at the right time. There's opportunities all over the place. And right now, okay, we're in the right place at the right time. The problem is we don't recognize it. Most of the time, we don't recognize it. And all of a sudden, a company comes out of the blue, like an Amazon, and you're like, who's going to want to buy books online? Remember when they were just a book company? It's like, no, I'm not going to invest in a book company. You missed it. Yeah, you missed it. All right? And there's many companies like that we missed. I'm telling you guys right now, after 32 years of working in this profession, making millions of dollars before I heard about the Super Patch Company, I joined because of the opportunity that's in front of us. If you look on this screen, some of you might recognize some names. We have got multi-million dollar earners from our industry that have come to join us with Super Patch because they've never seen anything like this. You guys are in the right place at the right time tonight. You need to recognize it. You need to recognize it. And I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way, but if you're a guest here tonight and you don't join us, it's okay. Because Terry's going to have over 500 people join his team next month with or without you. I always say it's going to happen with or without us. It's already happening. Guys, yesterday we had the biggest recruiting day in this company's history, well, in the last 3 years. One day. Yesterday was the biggest day in the last 3 years. It's like, yeah, it's here. It's here right now. And it's going to cost you $50 with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Hopefully, those of you who are guests, somebody's already done the demo on you and you've felt the technology, because once you feel the technology, you can't unring that bell. And you'll wake up every single day going, anybody want to see a magic trick? Anybody want to see it? Come, let me show you a trick. You know, and I see people like Jewel. It's like Jewel is killing this business. You know, she just talks to everybody. If you're within 3 feet of Jewel, you're getting a demo. She's going to demo you, right? I dare you to get in front of Paul Austin. Paul Austin will get out of his car and demo you in the crosswalk. Guys, we have so much fun with this business. You can tell this is not a professional presentation. It's just us. It's just a bunch of really, really cool people that have something that we're incredibly excited about that we want to share with you tonight. I know I told you I was going to keep it till 7:30. I'm already 8 minutes late, but I don't care because I'm so fired up about this thing. You know what my job was tonight? Is to make sure you lose sleep thinking about the possibilities. I seriously want you laying in bed tonight going, geez, what if? What if that thing does work? What if we're able to change the world with this thing? Geez, what if for $50, why wouldn't I do that? Why wouldn't I do that? And you sit back and go, it's $50. You're going to make a heck of a lot more than $50 in your first 30 days. I guarantee you that. All right, that's enough. Let me jump off my soapbox. Those of you who are guests, all right, get together with the person who invited you. Eileen, good to see you. I can see the sun in Arizona. Eileen, oh my gosh, you got a fan club there. Absolutely. I see these faces. You know, 160 people on the Zoom here tonight. And I look at these faces and I'm like, you guys, you know, not only are you my friends, and that's the fun part about this business is that we get to go make money with our friends, but we're taking this to the world. And there will be books written about us. And the only question is, are you going to have your own chapter in there? It's like, it's up to you. So please, get together with the person who invited you here tonight. Do not go to bed with a question. All right? There's not a single question that we don't have an answer to. All right? And some of you, I know you're still rolling your eyes. It's like, seriously, this guy can't be that excited all the time, right? But when you've got these patches on your arms, doesn't matter. Life is good. Life is really, really good. Get together with the person who invited you. Get all your questions answered. And I'm not going to say if you join us tonight. I'm going to say, listen, I know you're joining us tonight either as a customer or as an associate. So let me just welcome all of you to the Super Patch Company. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining us.